60. Quarter blower, little smaller pulley on it. It doesn't get any traction out. It's just when it's warmer out, it does a lot better. Usually when it's warm, you can pretty much lay it out in second, and it'll be swirly, but not out of control, and it's just gaining speed. And then you grab third, and it's completely hooked up. But when it's this cold, it's even sometimes in third gear, it just lights them up. Makes it fun all the time.
Yeah,
so it's always interesting. It's always kind of like keeps you on the edge of your seat because it's kind of scary at the same time.
Yeah.
It should.
Because I would imagine you just put your foot down one wrong way.
Yeah,
and it's just,
exactly. I mean, sometimes you gotta know when to let out of it. I mean, I'm not one of these guys that can just keep it pinned like a drifter and just.
Yeah.
I'd like to learn. I'm building the BRZ with the LS3 in it, and I hope to be able to play in that more without worrying so much about wrecking it. You know what I mean? If I do wreck it, not out a shit ton of money. Too much on a cold day, really.
Yeah, I've seen videos on them. They like go around tracks and stuff like no problem.
Yeah.
They just get in those turns and it's just nothing.
Yeah, it's a really good handling car.
It's such an aggressive looking car.
It comes with like Goodyear Supercar 3 tires. They're not really good for the street, but once you get them heated up on the track, they grip really good. But this is more of like a all-season performance tire that's on it now. It's not really a track tire. But if it was a track tire, it'd probably be even worse in this cold weather. They gotta be hot for them to grip. It's got auto rev match. When you do it, it just back tells it for us. It'll definitely get you in trouble though.
Yeah.
With the law and with just freaking spin out and end up in a ditch somewhere. If you're not careful, it's rad. I love it. Had a Golf R for a while, right before this. At the same time I had my R32, I had a Golf R that was like my daily driver. I had big plans for it. I wanted to do a bunch of stuff to it. And I even bought a lot of the parts for it. But then I drove this and I was like, I don't even want the fucking Golf R. It's just,
yeah, I wouldn't want to go back.
It's just kind of boring. But the funny thing was, like, from a dead stop, like, I got this little draggy thing that records your quarter mile time and whatnot. From a dead stop, it's like a tenth of a second quicker in a quarter mile than this is on the street. Just like stopping on the street somewhere and doing a hit. Because it was all-wheel drive and it would just completely hook up. It would lay down all of its 350 horsepower right away, you know, or this struggles to lay down half of it till you get rolling.
Yeah. I couldn't trust myself with something like this though.
Suspension is just super stiff. It's like set up to go around the racetrack. That's really what it's for. So when you hit the bumps and shit, you feel everything in the road. A lot of people would hate it. I don't mind it.
I mean, what are you going to expect with a car like this?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it doesn't ride stiffer than what my R32 did with coilovers. It was kind of the same way. But the regular Z01 has mag ride suspension. It's adjustable.
Yeah, so that's
so you can get kind of a cushier ride out of it, but this is not.
It's more of a comfortable racetrack. my friend, he has a Escape with a turbo in it. That sounds good, but I just think the supercharger sounds good. The wheel sounds so much better than the turbo.
Yeah, I do too. Turbos are cool too, but I think I was honestly like a huge turbo guy, and then since I've gotten this, it's kind of turned me into a supercharger guy. Because I like that.
I think it just sounds a
I
lot
like
better.
the instant torque. Like even when you're going slow like this, like you just hit the gas and it's got power. Even though you're really low on the RPM range, you don't get that with the turbo. So I think for a street motor, I think supercharger's better. For on the racetrack, yeah, you can make more power with the turbo for sure. But it's always a little bit softer feeling because it doesn't have that immediate hit. But that can help you hook up too. You know, I mean, you see, it's hard to hook up, so turbos will trade off some of that immediate torque and help you hook up, and then trade it off for high-end horsepower when they're actually hooked up at a higher speed. You know, but. I would like to get some slicks on it to see what it would feel like in first and just rip on it and be able to actually experience it, because you can't. First is kind of useless, really.